It's been a really rough day today. You can probably tell just by looking at my face, right?
Hey guys, it's me, Aego here. Hi. Hello.
My skin is super oily right now and my makeup is completely breaking apart. Let me zoom in a bit to show you more clearly. I'm not sure if it shows well on camera, but the oil has separated from the makeup and settled into my pores, especially around the sides of my nose where it's really caked up. If you look around my eyes, you can see the oil has gathered along my crease, making the eyeshadow and base settle into the fine lines. And on my chin, you can clearly see where the makeup has clumped up and turned patchy. First, I'm going to remove my point makeup using this lip and eye remover. This product, honestly, I've probably gone through so many boxes of it over the years. I absolutely love it. It's hands down my #1 pick. There's no stinging at all and it removes makeup so cleanly and it's just amazing. Plus it's super affordable, so the value for money, it's great. Actually, I should have applied a mascara remover first before using this, but I forgot to bring it with me today, so I'll just skip that step. But even so, it still removes makeup really well. Look at this. It comes off so cleanly, right?
Now it's time to remove the remaining makeup. I use a cleansing milk for my base makeup. I actually used to use cleansing oils and balms, but ever since my skin became more sensitive, I've switched to cleansing milk only. Cleansing is the very first step in skincare, so it's super important. But over cleansing can actually make your skin thinner and more sensitive. I apply the cleansing milk directly on my face and gently start massaging it in to break down the makeup. Rather than rubbing too hard, think of it as being thorough and gentle. You don't need to apply too much pressure. For me, I like to spend a bit more time on my nose area since that's where I get a lot of sebum. Once I've massaged it in well, I head to the sink. Now a little bit of water and start the emulsification process. I personally add just a tiny amount of water at a time and spend a bit longer emulsifying the product. Then I rinse everything off using just water. And cleansing milk actually doesn't leave much residue, so rinsing with water only feels total fine for me. After this step, you'll see that the makeup has been removed really cleanly. A lot of people go in with a second cleanser at this point, but if your makeup tends to flake or your skin is feeling sensitive, I don't recommend double cleansing. Sometimes less is more, and cleansing this way can actually help maintain healthier skin. Before moving on to skincare, I'm gonna do a quick pore care routine because I have quite a bit of sebum and blackheads, especially around my nose. I don't do this every day, maybe once every 2 weeks, and only when it's necessary. I soak a compound with pore scaling water and leave it on my nose for 3 to 5 minutes. This helps soften the sebum, making it easier to remove. Then I use a scraper tool to gently glide over the skin and remove the buildup. Instead of squeezing or picking, gently scraping like this is much less irritating to the pores. And yep, you'll see all the gunk come out. Ew. But once it's all cleared out, your nose feels super smooth. To prevent the pores from enlarging, I immediately apply a soothing toner pad over this area. When it comes to skincare before an important day, less is more. Overloading your skin can actually cause your makeup to break up or your skin to react poorly. So I focus mainly on soothing and hydrating steps. I take a calming pad. I use one from Hanyu, which is great for irritation, and I just cut in half. I use the smooth side to gently wipe around the nose and place the soothing side back on to calm the area down. Leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes to help keep those pores in check. Before moving on to the next step in skincare, it's really important to make sure everything is fully absorbed. I'm starting with a skin booster to prep my skin and help the following product absorb more effectively. This one is from CosRx and I apply it as the very first step all over the face. One of the most important things in skincare is to layer products gradually, starting with lightweight, hydrating, calming, and barrier supporting formulas, and making sure each layer is absorbed properly. This way, moisture gets locked deep into the skin and helps your makeup last much longer the next day. Honestly, even with just this booster, my skin already feels super bouncy, but today I'm following up with a serum. My main concern when I wear makeup is pores, so I'm using a pore targeting serum. I used one full dropper and applied evenly across both cheeks, my forehead, and chin. I gently massage it in and pat it until it's fully absorbed. Once it's absorbed, my skin feels plump and firm. Right now in Korea, the weather's gotten warmer, and since I don't have very dry skin, I usually stop at the serum step. But if you do have dry skin, I recommend adding a small amount of cream. Try using a light gel cream with calming ingredients. This one I'm using is actually a cream that Selena Gomez once used. It's super popular overseas too. I only apply a small amount all over my face and again pat it in for full absorption. Even with just a small amount, these creams can be effective. But if your skin's in rough shape, try applying a thicker layer like a cream mask. If putting it all over your face feels too heavy, you can just apply it to problem areas. And with that, nighttime skincare is done. And good morning! Let's check in on the skin the next morning. Doesn't it look amazing? Thanks to last night's pore care, my nose area feels super smooth. For my morning cleanse, I only wash with water, no cleansers. I used to use morning cleansers, but ever since I switched to water-only cleansing, my dry cheeks have felt way less tight. So if you have dry skin, I recommend just rinsing with water in the morning. A lot of people like to use face mask on important days, but personally, I don't recommend it. Masks can sometimes mess up your base makeup, making it patchy or cakey. Instead, I go in with a toner pad to gently remove any residue from the night before. I use one side to wipe along the skin texture, then flip it over and pat it the remaining essence to absorb. If you really want to use a mask, I suggest splitting a toner pad and applying it only to specific areas you're concerned about. That way, you still get targeted care without overwhelming the skin. After patting in the leftover essence, I go with a serum. Something light and soothing. Why a serum instead of an ampoule? Ampoules are usually more concentrated and sometimes heavier in texture. Of course, nowadays ampoules are also lightweight, but personally, I find serums to feel a bit lighter, so I prefer them. If ampoules work well for you, go ahead and use them. The key is to keep your morning skincare light. Again, since it's getting warmer here in Korea, I usually stop at the serum step in the morning. But if you have dry skin, feel free to add a moisturizer. A lightweight calming or hydrating cream is a great choice. And of course, sunscreen is a must. I'm using one with a slight tonal effect to brighten the skin while protecting it from UV rays. These days, sunscreens are so good, they go on smoothly and adhere well, so I always make sure to apply before makeup. Oh, and don't forget to apply it on your neck too. And that's it for skincare. Now it's time for makeup. When you apply makeup, use small amounts and layer it super thinly. This helps create the flawless base. Look how smooth and glowing the skin looks. There's no clumping around the nose, no sebum peeking through, just clean, beautiful skin. Because I built up hydration the night before, my skin feels extra moisturized and ready for the day. If you're wondering how to prep your skin for a special day, try this routine. It'll give you that perfect makeup base and healthy looking skin. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.